Hello, my name is Representative Pam Powers Hanley, and I represent LD9 in Tucson in the Arizona House. Well, during the 2020 campaign, I said many times that I would propose bills that would help you, the people of Arizona, put food on your table and keep a roof over your head. Well, I have done that. I have these bills, but so far they're not on a committee agenda. Now, they have been assigned to committees, but have not been heard yet. So this is a little RTS promo for some of these bills in case you want to go on there and say you'll like them. That would be good. So the first one is HB 2252. Now, you've probably read in the news recently that the Republicans, or actually not the Republicans, the legislature, is concentrating on all sorts of other bills and not looking at COVID and not looking at the people who are impacted by COVID the most. And that is the people on the bottom rung economically in our society are hurting much more than the people at the top. The people at the top and the office workers who are now working at home in their pajamas and saving money because they're not commuting, these people are all buying stuff. So the state right now is being propped up by sales tax from purchases and from money from the federal government. So we have about $400 million extra surplus this year, plus we have $1 billion in the rainy day fund. So I think with that kind of cash on hand, we could spend $13 million to expand the amount of money that people get for TANF. That's temporary assistance to needy families. And so right now it is tied to 36% of the 1992 poverty level, which is why it's so minuscule compared to other states. And my bill, 2252, would take it to 40% of the 2020 poverty level. This would only cost us an extra $13 million. And when we're talking about giving away $400 million in tax breaks, primarily to the rich and to the corporations, I think we could spend $13 million to increase the amount of TANF and help people keep food on the table. The other one bill that I have to do with TANF is increasing it to 5 years, HB 2253. So TANF can be 5 years by federal law, but Arizona only has it for 2 years. So this takes away some of the tricks that were added to TANF to knock people off of it, and it expands it to 5 years because we're not giving people enough money or enough time to get their way out of poverty. And so these two bills, 2252 and 2253, will help people maintain their lifestyle or maybe even get out of poverty, and it gives them some breathing room. So as far as a roof over your heads, I have two different bills. One is 2573. This is my truth in renting bill. So this says that landlords have to be clear about the fees that are charged on top of the rent, and it should be upfront. Before you even start an application process, you should know the fees that you're getting into. So that's 2573. And so the other one that I have for a roof over your head is expansion of the Housing Trust Fund. That is 2244. Now, the Housing Trust Fund has been dwindled to almost nothing over the years. It used to be $40 million a year. The Republicans cut it many years ago, and then all of a sudden, gosh, we have a statewide homeless problem. Who knew? So I want to restore the Housing Trust Fund to what it was, which was $40 million a year from unclaimed property. It's not something that comes out of the general fund, and it can do lots of things to help people. It can build homeless shelters. It can do things like the old Holodome on the south side of Tucson. $2.5 million from the Housing Trust Fund went to build that shelter with wraparound services to help homeless people in Tucson. So it can also build affordable housing. There's lots of things that the Housing Trust Fund could do. So anyway, 4 really good bills that you could say yes on RTLs. Help me get these on the committee agenda. Thank you.